is that rusting out. And we see this in organizations where there's a little bit of mischief, there might be decreased work performance because the individual may not enjoy their job. It may not be challenging them on a mental level, perhaps even on a physical level. And then conversely, on the other side of that, where an individual is overloaded, then we start to see physical illness become apparent. We also see decreased work performance as a result of that. And effectively, where we want to be is in this optimal zone. So this white zone here, and learning to balance our stress and getting rid of what no longer works for us. So we learn to let go of thoughts, ideas, beliefs, the way that we've done things. And there's this understanding that people have, and that is, well, it's always worked for me. It's worked for 10 years. So why wouldn't it work now? And regrettably, it's that ideology or that way of thinking that limits us from achieving our greatest health potential. It limits us from achieving our greatest life's potential, because if we subscribe to the idea of what worked then must work now, then we're basically stuck in the past and we're stuck in this rut. And so it's changing that thought paradigm and looking at what no longer serves us, looking at thoughts or processes or ideas. So it might have been that 10 years ago, we, sat down and processed all our emails every time they came in. But due to the way productivity now works and KPIs and performance index, we now know that batching emails is more conducive to work performance, and it lowers our stress. We might hand those tasks to people. We might delay our emailing as well. So in this bottom section of the slide, what we're really looking at is those 3 levels. So if we're a low-stressed individual, then these are the types of exercises that would be beneficial for us to choose, such as resistance training, sprinting, mild cardio, hiking, and then also fun activities. Conversely, if we look at the other side, if we happen to be a highly stressed individual, then the types of exercises we want to work towards, and what Paul Chek calls working in, are the yoga, the contemplative exercises, the meditation, the Tai Chi, Qigong, walking, swimming. These are activities that really nourish our parasympathetic nervous system. So we have got the 2 branches of the nervous system, the fight or flight and the rest and digest. And it's been said that we can't activate both at the same time because one is the accelerator and the other is the brake. So we're either riding the accelerator or we're riding the brake, but we can't be doing both at the same time. So this is the type of exercises that we want to gravitate ourselves to. Let's just go back to that. And so in this regard, in order for optimal stress, what we can do is bring both of these exercises together and find that symbiosis, that homeostasis, which really means that sense of balance. And when we balance those 2 exercises together, then effectively we're balancing our nervous system. We're balancing both branches of the nervous system as well. The question that often comes up, and Simon and I were talking about this yesterday when we were rehearsing this presentation, and that was, people often ask us the question, how do I know if I'm stressed? There are key indicators in terms of our physiology, and the way that Simon and I ascertain this, we often ask individuals questions, and some of those questions might be, how is your digestion? Do you digest food easily? Are you constipated? Do you suffer from diarrhea? Do you experience flatulence, distension, bloating, irritable bowel syndrome, IBD, those types of issues? How is your sleep? Do you sleep 7 to 9 hours without being interrupted? Or do you have to get up in the evening to go to the bathroom? How is your breathing? How do you breathe? Are you a chest breather or are you a belly breather? So there are physiological performance indicators that we can use in order to determine whether we're stressed or not. And I would certainly encourage you, if you are unsure whether you are a stressed person or a moderately stressed person, then certainly speaking with a health professional, whether it be a psychologist, a medical practitioner, a doctor, a functional specialist, anyone that can guide you to really understand or better understand your physiology, or the connection between your mind and body and how the two communicate.